I know a lot of people like to use the pulse cannon, especially on the bigger maps. It seems like people are saying you should just switch to pulse cannon on the bigger maps. I think the value of the splash, like the splash damage from the bowcaster, is really good. Alpha barely doesn't get in there in time. EB, all 4 of them on the pod were able to get control and clean that pod up. Most of Twad is just staying on top of the sandcrawler. Alright, they're going to get a touch over here. This will be a 50-second timer. They have a mine down on it, near it anyway. The red team could still touch this pod without going over that mine, though. It's the blue laser is what sets it off, so as long as you don't break that laser. Wow, he jetpacked precariously close there. So EB in control of the pod. Trying to lock down this spawn. It would be wise of them to like sort of move up towards the tents and get some kills back there. Then the red team would start spawning all the way down the other side. Yeah, that's just what happened, so that's good by them. Now we'll see what different angles they come in from. Looks like Meatwad's going to get on top of the sandcrawler. This is going to be really close. They only have a couple seconds here. I don't know if they're going to get here in time unless Meatwad drops right on this. Nope. He didn't manage to do it. So EB goes up 2-0. Next pod is going to be on the cliff. This is the one where you want to be on top of the sandcrawler as soon as you possibly can. Looks like there's a fight on the pod first. EB able to take that fight. Also, I guess notably is that TWAT playing without their leader Revium, so we'll see how that plays into things. A very, very long time ago, APOC, which was their former name, played without Revium and had a loss, and we were sort of thinking that was the reason, so we'll see if Revium's around later, I don't know. But EV has a strong start here. Looks like they're going to get cleared out, though. Okay, this is good for Tragyk wants the title. This is good for Red Team. They have 3 people on the crawler right now, so it's going to be pretty hard. Now they just have to send one person to go touch the pod, and basically everybody else can stay up here. They send actually a lot more than one person, but they still get 2 people up here. Okay. So all they need to do is have Alpha kill that guy from behind and get the touch, and then now these 3 can just stay up here and look at the pod. Alright, so they're in a good spot right now. EB's spawning very far down low. They're going to need to kill Nico, though. Nico's still alive. Looks like they have the Troll Blaster Cannon up top here, which works out pretty good, actually. There's not much you can do about this. EB's going to have to jetpack up on the side. I'd be really impressed if they were able to break this setup. Okay, nice. Good bowcaster from Starmind. But they're not going to get to the pod in time, and we have a 2-1 score for now. Alright, the next pod is also one that I would say benefits slightly from the Sandcrawler. Not as much as the previous one. The previous one is definitely like the Sandcrawler pod. I even call it that. This one, you can sort of just stay up here as a spawn point for your partner and have him constantly jetpack onto the pod. It's a pretty decent pod to have Sandcrawler control, but I wouldn't use it as much as the last pod. So EB's in the right spot for this. You want to sort of just chill in this cave, but you don't want to all get too close to each other just in case you get killed all at the same time by an imploder or something. Good. Another good thing to mention is like the Sandcrawler distance from where this pod is right now. If you throw a nade, it pretty much explodes perfectly right when it lands on the pod, so it's a good spot to nade from. Okay, EB able to clear out the one guy that was in here, but they're going to constantly be sending in more people. Oh, they all go forward that time. All 4 of the red team went forward that time. So Samuel still has control of the cave if he can kill Alpha. Okay, Alpha gets the kill on him. So now he's in control of this area. He's going to need to kill both these guys. Not going to be able to stop Starmind from getting in touch. Does get the kill. Looks like the good grenade placement from Epic Blaze and Deoxys from I don't know who caused that. I think, okay, that must be Stone Swift's probably Deoxys then, because I thought he had flash earlier. So we'll see. Meatwad's in a low defensive spot, was able to get an assist for Stone Swift. They need a couple more kills here and they can claim the spot and tie the game at 2-2. Jets forward, they got it. So we're tied up at 2-2, Jaw Refuge. Looks like they're going to get all the power-ups. Stupidly puts a droid down right here. I completely disagree with that decision, but people, in the scrimmages I've been playing, I feel like people use their power-ups very ineffectively. You definitely want to use the power-ups to snowball the game. Okay, so they have another droid down here anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe what happened was the guy already had a droid and he just picked up a new wanted to pick up a new power-up, so he places that droid down. Still risky though. The droid is so powerful that I wouldn't even want to put it, waste it at the last pod. I would actually go put it at this pod, then go back and get a new power-up. That's how OP R5 droid is right now. Deoxys grenade coming in. Let's see, EB's going to try and maybe drop on this from above. They're sort of waiting, taking their time. This is going to be close. Okay, Nico goes in, gets imploded. Samuels wasn't able to get close. And they kill Legolas barely before he was able to get the touch too. So it looks like that pod is going to go over to Tragyk Wants a Title, aka Twat. See what they do with their power-ups this time. Okay, looks like they're saving stuff. This pod's gonna be in front of the Sandcrawler. I find this pod to be like, I don't know, really hard to lock down. Usually it goes back and forth for a while, I feel like. Nobody's up top right now, which is okay. It's kind of hard to shoot down onto this onto this pod. You can just like be a spawn point and just stand up there and have your guy just drop off constantly. I don't know if anyone's gonna do that, but we'll see. Looks like there's some fighting going on under the crawler. Alright, Blue needs to touch this soon. Stone Swift I think he put an orbital on it to make an opening for Alpha, which was smart. But Starmind was able to kill Alpha, I think, with a bowcaster, so they weren't able to get the touch. So we're tied up at 3-3 now. So despite the orbital strike, it didn't quite work out. It was a very important kill from Starmind. This one is over here. So EB was here first. They got a 50-second touch. They touched it before their team was in position, though. I mean, it's hard for you to know sometimes when you should and should not touch a pod, but their 4 teammates were not all near there. So usually, if my team isn't like all in the area of a new pod, or I know they're like winning fights, then I probably won't touch it because they just saved the other team 20 seconds by doing that. But they're back in control. They're not back in control. Everybody goes down the pod. Alpha shoots a bunch of people from behind. So they just made this timer. This timer could be 20 seconds longer if they hadn't touched it initially. But again, I wouldn't say that's a mistake from them. That's just very hard to know. It's like really situational awareness. Sometimes things can turn on you in a couple seconds. They're trying to get in. It's going to be very close. No, Legolas was not able to get here in time. So 4-3 current score. There's 2 more pod locations left. Next one spawns over here.
The escape pod will soon be under our control.
So it looks like Stone Swift throws his Deoxys on it. Jetpack's away. EB has a couple people coming in. Legolas gets a good grenade kill, but they both get taken out by Alpha. Meatwad's in a pretty good spot. I've seen somebody stand in here before and get a bunch of kills, but I forget who it was. But this cover is really good. EB is going to have the high ground coming in, so they have a shot at this. Nico gets a good kill with a grenade. They're coming in. They're going to need to kill Meatwad here, because he's got a good angle. Okay, nice. Samuels gets a touch. We're reset. Situation is reset right now. Samuels is trying to get his partner to spawn in. That was smart. He gets it. Tragyk gets him, though. And his partner gets Tragyk. They actually traded. Stone Swift is going to get the touch on the pod, take it back for his team. Nico's going to get the touch on the pod, take it back for EB. Okay. Stone Swift has control of the area, gets a partner spawn from Meatwad. Alright, all 4 of blue is here right now. But they're not. Okay, they're able to prevent Samuel's touching and Legolas from touching. They even have an orbital down to seal off this pod, but that was actually a way too early of an orbital, unless they thought people were coming in right that second, but that orbital was too early to close it off completely. Worked out, though, because they still were able to get the double kills. They're going to win the first map 5-3. Definitely really hard-fought map. That could have gone either way. EB had a really strong start. So we'll see what happens on map 2. I'm not sure what the maps are. I was not privy to the banning process. Somebody in Twitch chat asked what match it was. This is map 1 out of 3. We play best 2 out of 3s, and that was map 1. So we're going to be heading into map 2. I don't know if we're going to be remaking the lobby. Depends on if it's put in the map rotation and if DICE and EA have their shit working properly, which is a coin flip usually. So hello to the chatters. Hello, Backjock, for joining chat. So I don't know what I'd look to see teams change from that match. I think they both did really good, actually. I'm not sure. Like, both teams just played really well. I'm not sure if maybe EB just gets a few more kills that could have gone their way. So it looks like we're going to be backing out, because this is definitely... We're not playing this map again. You can't play the same map twice. So... Looks like we're going to be making a new lobby. I don't know if Blaster Brothers is playing later. I think they have a match scheduled for today, but I'm not sure. What's up, Chris? Alright, hopefully we get a new invite soon. Map 2, things could change depending on what it is. We'll see if these teams are the type of teams that play Rebel Depot or ban Rebel Depot. I think Rebel Depot, after Scout was nerfed, is a terrible map, and you know, whoever gets set up first, you just snowball the whole game. So I don't know if that'll get through bans for much longer in this tournament, but we'll see. A lot of people picking Dune Sea, Jawa Refuge, and Sulphur Fields in this tournament. And then when Sulphur Fields gets banned, I feel like Badlands and Endor are the next two that people like to play. Everybody hates Twilight on Hoth, generally. That was the case in Drop Zone 2 and 1 as well. I'm going to check my messages real quick to see what they're saying. Alright, no messages from the teams, just message from Jabman looking for the link to the stream. So hopefully we get that invite. I'm gonna check my... Okay, never mind, we're good. Alright, so if Basilbear plays, it looks like he's coming in as a sub for Epic Blaze. He played... I forget what match it was. I think he played against Blaster Rotors or one of the other teams and did pretty good as a player for EB, so maybe they're trying to sub him in. Maybe he just got online. He does use Bowcaster, so maybe he'll come in for Starmind. Starmine did pretty good too, though. He got a couple clutch kills to secure the pod in front of the crawler. So definitely a decision for EB here, thinking about who they want to sub him out for. Unless we're going up to a 5v5, that would be cool. I don't know though. Okay, looks like we're staying at a 4v4. Waiting for Tragyk and Meatwad to get in here, and we're probably gonna get started. Still don't know what map it is. The picture on the left-hand side always shows that picture for drop zone, so we don't know that it's sulfur fields for sure. Alright, now we just need Tragyk. There we go. Should be starting any second now. Notably, the teams did care about factions for this map. EB took Imperials on Jawa Refuge, so people are caring this time around, I guess. Technically, on second map, it's Tragyk wants a titles team's ability to choose if they want Empire or Rebels. The name of these teams is EB and Twat. EB is the Rebels and Twat is the Imperials for this match. EB stands for Epic Blaze and Twat stands for Tragyk wants a title. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Sort of the teams led by Revium, their team names, they went from APOC to there was some other name that I forgot, and then Not Serious, then One Last Time, and now Tragyk wants a title. So Revium always coming up with the creative team names. I'm assuming that One Last Time that they were done, but apparently they weren't because Tragyk wants a title, so there's always a story with Revium's clan names, whatever they may be at the time. Oh, you were just trying to get me to say it on stream. Okay, I'm trying to cut down on that. Come on, man. I mean, I'll do it. I don't care. It's not like Dice is watching, but I'm not gonna, like, spam it. I'm gonna check my messages to see if I can figure out why that we aren't started yet. Okay, I don't know. No messages. So hopefully we'll be starting soon. No subs for Twat. Just staying with their 4 they had last map. We'll see if there's any hand changes. I think so. Tragyk was the person running Pulse Cannon and or Bowcaster, and Starmind was running it last map for Epic Blaze. So we'll see. We'll see if they change that. I think some of the better teams have been saying, depending on what map it is, that's how you decide if you're going to use Pulse Cannon or Bowcaster. I think it should be Bowcaster all the time, but what do I know, like I said earlier. I guess on the bigger maps, you could definitely want Pulse Cannon, like Raider Camp for sure. Alright, we are trying to start the lobby, but the server is waiting for one more. Okay, there we go. Okay, Badlands will be map 2. So this map I'd say is pretty even. The only like really stupid thing that happens on this map is there's a pod that spawns on the cave, in the cave, and that pod is a race. Whoever gets in there first, that pod's over. Like, you can't break a setup on that pod no matter what you do. There's no, like, way to really... I mean, you can get, like, a thermal imploder, quadra kill, or something ridiculous like that, but it's very, very difficult to do. These load screens, though. Starting spawns, I wouldn't say matter too much on this map, so I don't think the teams will care about their factions. Looks like they are switching, though, to get rebels or something. I'd say the pod spawns roughly 50-50 between, but... Okay, looks like they're all set now. So Epic Blaze take a rebels. Twat on Empire. EB gets the first touch. They're on a 50-second timer. Tragyk looks like he did switch to the bowcaster. Alpha's got jetpack grenade. I guess I could look at everybody's guns, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be 8 E3s, so I don't know if there's a point. Okay, trying to prevent EB from getting in. Looks like Basilbear did come in with the bowcaster, but misses his, and then compare that to Tragyk, who jetpacked and hit him. So good play from Tragyk there. 2 people under the AT-AT. Have a good angle on this pod. It's going to be tough for EB to break this. There's only a few more seconds left. Okay, can Basilbear get the touch? Barely doesn't get it. He had like no health for a second there. Nico wasn't able to get in time or steal any power-ups. Looks like this team's going to get all 3 power-ups. Hopefully they don't put any down uselessly unless it's blaster cannon. Alright. They got all their power-ups. This pod spawns outside of the cave. Alpha's going to use his rockets to get the first guy coming in, which is fine. Now he gets a partner spawn. They have 2 people on the pod, so I'd say that was a pretty good rockets. They have a proximity mine on the pod. Some EB members are trying to get in. The proc bomb gets 1, but they wasn't able to stop everyone. Legolas and Samuels were able to clean up the 2 other members in there. Stone Swift gets a kill. Okay, so far we're at 1-0 for Tragyk wants title. EB getting some good partner spawns over by this pod. Most of the other team has to come from one way right now. They're trying to come through the canyon. A couple of them are going to go around and come through the middle. There's not a lot of time left. They're going to have to use their partners to cool down their jetpacks. Stone Swift has to like run into this right now. Throws his own Deoxys. He needs to go now. They're not going to get it. Okay, they decide to not go. I don't know why, but they needed to just jetpack on that if they wanted to do anything, but they all sort of just started fighting people. Sometimes you just got to ignore people and just go for the touch just to give your team a chance, unless you were preparing for this to happen, and never mind. So red team, even though they were played it safe on that last pod, were not alive when the cave pod dropped. So this pod is going over to EB. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right now, unless unless Twat can do something crazy. This is basically locked up. They have all 4 people in the cave already. It's very hard to break this setup. But Stone Swift was able to get a kill in the back, so they might be able to do this if Stone Swift is sneaky here. There's 25 seconds left. Okay, throws his own Deoxys in again. He's going now. Let's see if they can prove me wrong. And they are going to prove me wrong. Stone Swift was able to get the touch. Looks like he got a partner spawn. So that sucks. So one of the reasons why that was able to happen is because the first touch is a 50-second. So EB had to defend that longer than most pods, 50 seconds versus 30 seconds. So Stone Swift going around the back there and getting a kill was like really what made that happen. And now, probably EB can't get in here now. But maybe I'm wrong again, we'll see. There's 20 seconds less time. Like, they have to defend this for a much shorter amount of time. Bazo gets in at the last second, but damn, he even actually gets a kill. Wasn't able to steal a power-up, but so they almost did it. Maybe this pod is contestable. You just need more than 30 seconds. Alright, next pod spawns out in the middle of the map towards the tents. EB's going to get here first to get the first touch. Tragyk is going to go down. EB has a pretty good setup there, looking both ways through the middle and through the cave canyon side. Meatwad able to get a kill and sort of push through the canyon. They're going to know he's coming that way, though. They have all 4 people looking that way. Nobody's looking at Alpha right now. Alpha throws an Implorer, doesn't get anyone. Meatwad wasn't able to get the touch. Good defense from EB right now. They need to kill Tragyk, though. They don't know he's there. Okay, nice. That was a good grenade. EB locking this pod down. Somehow, Twat gets the tent spawn, which puts them like really close. And Stone Swift is able to get the touch off of them getting tent spawn. So that was very interesting. I don't know. I thought EB was standing pretty close to the tents to the point where they wouldn't get that spawn, but somehow they were able to get it. So now they're all pushing from the middle. They have less time to get a touch this time. They only have 15 seconds remaining on this pod. Tragyk bowcasts somebody and gets a touch. Nice big play from Tragyk right there. Orbital comes down. Looks like they have control, or they have the pod, but nobody's there. Pod is filling up. Bazo is there, gets killed. And they're going to go up 3-1. So, after getting the first pod, losing the second, they're now get 2 pods in a row. They got most of the power-ups. There's still 1 left. They're going to pick it up now. Tragic's got it. It's a mine. See what he does with it. I wonder if Alpha switched off of Laser Trip Mine, actually. I saw he was using it first map, and it didn't. I don't know. I don't actually think it's that good, in my opinion, but could be useful. I guess the scrambling radar is one of the better parts about it, actually, but he switched off of it over to Grenade. Able to get a kill. Nico picks him up. So Twat is in control right now. They've got their own Deoxys on it, I believe. They also have a Viper droid here. Droids are important. Definitely make it easier to lock it down. EB trying to come in from up top, not going to happen. They have a health droid. I wonder who is taking that. Looks like Meatwad had a health droid in his second hand. Using it effectively here. Setting it up behind this, like, crate. So, 4-1 now. They only need 1 more pod to win this map. It's going to spawn in the top middle of the map this time. Tragyk gets a kill with rockets on Basilbear, but not sure if worth because there's still 4 people there. Kill isn't going to actually matter in the grand scheme of things. Tragyk coming back in with Bowcaster, gets a double. That's why I think Bowcaster's better than Pulse Cannon right there. I think it's easier to get collateral, or, you know, sort of splash damage double kills. So he was able to eliminate that guy and his partner, so they couldn't even partner spawn. Nice Bowcaster again from Tragyk. Gets both of those guys. Tragyk cleaning out their whole team in like a matter of about 30 seconds, but nobody was watching the front while that was happening, so Samuels was able to get the touch. Stone Swift or Meatwad should try and watch the front while Tragyk is killing everyone. Yeah, they just need one guy to watch the front of the pod. Okay, Tragyk is doing everything by himself right now. Gets partner spawn from Alpha. Alpha's going to try and help him out. Now Tragyk leaves the pod to go and kill people on their way, which is interesting. I'm not sure what Meatwad and Stone Swift are doing right now. They really should be here. Okay, they're coming. And here they are. So now they just got to hold this down for a little while longer. EB is going to try and push in. They're going to try and come from two ways. It's going to be tough for Basilbear to get there in time going from the back. They only have about 15 seconds, probably less. Alright, most of EB is down. They're going to have one chance here. If Basilbear can like walk right at it and take it. Okay, Nico, nope. So it looks like Tragyk wants titles team. Is going to win. Tragyk on his way to that title. He like single-handedly defended that pod at the top middle for a while. I don't know what his team was doing, trying to pad stats or something, but they should have all immediately went to help him out. They were just chilling in the middle of the map for a while, but didn't matter at the end of the day. They were able to get the win. So GG's to both teams. I believe EB has now played all 5 of their matches. Are going to finish 3-2, so that's pretty good for them. I don't know if it'll get them out. It depends on what. I think it depends on Blaster Brothers is the other good team in that group, so it'll depend on what they do with their remaining matches. So I think that's it for me, though, for now. So thanks everybody who tuned in to watch the stream, and I'll catch you guys whenever there's another match. There's probably going to be some more tonight, so I'll see you guys.